Hey guys, Ben Silk back with you today, and today I'm gonna be talking about and giving my analysis and NASCAR predictions as we're going into the round of 8 of the NASCAR series and of the 2026 playoffs, and it's gonna be very exciting. 4 races left in the season, anything could happen. We got 8 very good drivers left, all from the big 3 teams: Joe Gibbs, Hendrick, and Penske. Who's gonna take it all? Just to recap, if you don't know, the 8 drivers left. We got Hamlin, we got Bell, we got Briscoe, all from Joe Gibbs. We got Larson, Elliott, and Byron from Hendrick, and then we got Logano, the defending champion and also 3-time champion, and Ryan Blaney, the 2023 NASCAR champion. Penske has won 4 championships, now 3 championships. I'm doing this at 11 at night, so yes, I'm a little tired, but yeah, they have 3 championships in a row. This year, if they win, it would be 4 in a row for Penske. So let's take a look, just to start taking a look at this first race. So a lot could happen. We got Las Vegas. Last few years, the last 2 Logano championships, Logano's been able to win this race. That has put him into the championship to win the championship, giving him time to prepare. Penske is going to come into this race to prepare, and they're going to be a threat. I know that for sure. But other teams are as well, and it's gonna be a tough one with Penske. They've been all right as of late. Obviously, the fall off for Cindric. Cindric had a good season, couldn't advance to the next round. Had a rough round of 12th, and didn't make it to the next round. But Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney, looking at them, they just need to come into this race. They probably focused a lot on this track. This is the time of the year they usually figure it out, and I think they could stay up front, also keep Cindric up there to help Penske have a good day and dominate. Use Barry to help as well. Just have a good day. I think one of those 2 drivers can win this race. However, Joe Gibbs, 3-race winless streak after sweeping the first round of the playoffs. I guess they've been struggling on the win stretch, but they have been a phenomenal team throughout just the playoffs. They have been high. They have ran high throughout the races, especially the Kansas race where Chase Elliott wound up winning. It was all Joe Gibbs or Toyotas up there at the end, and this is a good team. Joe Gibbs is racing great this year, and that goes especially in the front of Chase Briscoe and Denny Hamlin. I guess you throw Christopher Bell in there as well. Christopher Bell started off strong, getting those 3 wins. He got a 4th win in the first round of the playoffs, but he's gone down a little bit. But I do still consider him one of the best drivers in the sport. But right now, I think a driver to look out for. We got Chase Briscoe. He's been very consistent. So these Gibbs cars are going to come into this race. They're going to come in hungry. Hendrick, however, is struggling. Yes, Elliott winning Kansas did help, but these Hendrick cars, they got to figure it out. And Larson, let's just go look at Larson. Larson, yes, he has those 3 wins, but he's had, out of all the seasons I've watched him, I'm a big Larson fan if you don't know, and it's just been a rough year for him this year, and he doesn't have, in my opinion, he's just not driving as a champion driver right now. He's putting up good numbers finally, but there's so many races when he hasn't been up there, he hasn't been able to get those wins, and that's what Larson has been good at in the past few years. I think if he could drive like he did last few years, always being up front and being able to get those wins, I think he could get it done and win a race in this round, but it's going to be tough. Byron currently struggling in the last few rounds of the playoffs. Byron had a stellar regular season. He only had 2 wins, but he won the championship. He got good, was the regular season championship, and he got good results in basically all the races. So this is a good driver to see up there. Chase Elliott. I don't know, honestly, if he would have made the round of 8 if he didn't win Kansas. And maybe he would have, but he's still not at the same form that he was before his ski accident a few years ago, and I think it's going to still take him a couple more years to get back, but he's starting to pick up. At least he's a guy as of right now that could probably get you 1 win, maybe 2, as you see this year, wins per year, but right now he's not on like the top tier level, and I think he could get back there one day, but it's gonna be tough. That's just so now. I was analyzing basically a look at the teams and the drivers, left and props. Now let's get to predictions. So Las Vegas, that's your first race of this NASCAR playoffs round of 8, and I think it's whoever can run up front. Once this qualifying happens, we'll see the order they come in. Whatever team can get the most cars up front of this track, I think it's going to be them that has the advantage. I do see, as much, I hate to say it, I'm a Hendrick fan. Hendrick's my favorite team. I do think we're going to see Gibbs cars and the Penske cars up front in this one, and I think we're going to have a good race from Hamlin. I think we have another good race from Briscoe. I think Bell is going to compete too. Bell did good in the Charlotte Road Course. I think he's back. He's possibly a car that could also make a run for this championship. But I think Penske, they know what to do, and I think Penske is going to come into this track with a plan. Blaney is driving amazing. So Logano has not won for a while, so this would be his 2nd win of the year, but I don't think Logano's gonna get it done in this race, but I do think Penske's gonna be able to run up front at the end. I think it's gonna be Blaney's my prediction to win Las Vegas. Yeah, I got Blaney, and that's because basically I think Penske's good at this Las Vegas track. Blaney, I don't think he's won at Las Vegas before, but I could really see him winning this race. He's a driver I feel could make the championship for. He's made it the last 2 seasons, of course, winning it in 2023. And Blaney is just that type of driver that can win races or put himself in positions. So can Logano, and I think that it could be either of them that could win this race. Joe Gibbs, I think, could win this race. So maybe even Hendrick could win it. It's a long shot right now based on how they've been performing, but you never know. And but I'm going with Blaney. I think Blaney's going to get a spot in the championship for. So Blaney, I got you moving up to the championship for. That's going to be a good race. But now let's go on to Miami. This is Larson's track. However, just how Larson's been performing, he's had some good races. I think he's going to win a stage, maybe even 2 in this one, but it's going to be tough. It really is going to be tough for Kyle Larson in this, based on how he's been performing, and I do feel like it's going to be a Gibbs race. I feel like we see the Toyotas up front. I think we have a good day by Byron. Maybe even I could see Bowman actually. Here's a solid prediction. I see Bowman getting the top spot for Hendrick. So this Miami race, a lot could happen, but my gut is telling me I think Joe Gibbs gets it done. And a Joe Gibbs car, but it may be Gibbs. I would not be surprised if Gibbs gets it, opening up another playoff spot, but I do feel like it's going to be either Briscoe or Hamlin, whoever car is going to be faster at the end of the day. Briscoe has gotten very good finishes, has been consistent throughout the year, but he's had high finishes, but he hasn't been able to get these wins. Denny Hamlin has had a phenomenal season, already 5 wins on the year, and he's driving like he wants to win that first championship. And I think Denny Hamlin takes it at Miami. I think he gets the spot there, and Denny Hamlin gets win number 6 at Miami. But it's going to be a battle between those two. I do think Bowman is going to give up a fight there. I also think we see a good race by Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, Ty Gibbs. I think we see those Toyotas perform, and I think we also get a good race by Josh Berry at Miami. I could possibly see him getting a top 5, but this is gonna be an interesting race. But I do feel it's gonna be Denny Hamlin who crosses the line victory lane. I do think Larson could get top 5 though. So we head into Martinsville, Hamlin and Blaney into the championship 4. So this makes it tough. Like, a lot of drivers need to win it all, and right now I think we stand on the points. I think Briscoe right now will be in it, and then I think we're looking at a Hendrick driver maybe, or competing with Bell for that 4th spot coming into this race, and Briscoe's not far behind, but I think just because of how Byron's performing now, I think Larson could still. I'm just gonna get you straight. I don't think Larson, as much as I love Larson, I don't think he's gonna win the championship this year, just based on his performances throughout the year. I hate to say it, and I think 2026 is gonna be a very good rebound season for Larson. Possibly, I think he could go off and have one of the greatest seasons we've seen in a long time for a driver. But I've also thought that other years in the past, so we'll see. But I don't know, 2026 I feel good, especially because Miami, which is his track, is the championship. But anyway, yeah, this Martinsville race, it's gonna be interesting. We got William by Hendrick's historically good at Martinsville, and yeah, I do feel a Hendrick car will make the championship. So, but it's gonna be tough. So I know Logano's gonna come into this competing. I think we come into this with Briscoe with a spot, Larson and Bell competing for that 4th spot. But I think Bell may have the edge going into this race, and it's going to have to be a big day by Hendrick. But when it comes down to it, Christopher Bell, yes, he's had a rough season, but I think he could get it done. He's won at this track before. He's already won a elimination race this year, and he's good at winning these elimination races to get in. Christopher Bell did not make the championship 4 last year. He's a possible winner. Chase Briscoe won the Southern 500 Pocono. He's gotten very good finishes, and I do feel like he's a guy that deserves to be in the championship, but there's so many races that he should have won, which he didn't. So that begs the question, how's Briscoe going to do? But you saw this a few years ago. Briscoe was up in this Martinsville race to get the same race that Chastain did the wall ride and Bell won. Briscoe was up, and eventually Bell passed him, but Briscoe is good at this Martinsville track, and that he could be a possible winner. I think Logano, I'm just going to get the chase. I don't think Logano wins this race. I think Vegas is if he wins and gets in the championship 4, that would be at Vegas. If he does that, I think we may be looking at a possible 4-time champion, but I don't see that happening, obviously, with Blaney winning. It's going to be a tough one. I think it's going to come down to the end, but to get to my prediction, I do think it's going to be William Byron getting the win, and he'll eliminate Christopher Bell from the championship 4, and Kyle Larson. I think Kyle Larson actually winds up getting more points than Bell at the end of this race, but Byron finally is able to get this win. Byron is a good driver at Martinsville. He's been able to get these wins. Yes, he's been struggling, but all he needs is this one win, and yeah, I think he gets it done at Martinsville. So we got our this is my championship 4. So we got Blaney, Hamlin, Briscoe, and Byron. Blaney and Byron, this is the 3rd year in a row. Both of them have made it. Bell and Larson, in my opinion, still the 2 best drivers in NASCAR, not making it this year. And it's going to be an interesting one. I think from the beginning, Blaney may have the edge. I think Briscoe's going to for sure be coming to this one strong, possibly. Will he get his 3rd win of the year in the championship? I think he gets a top spot. And here's a solid prediction I have for you guys. I think the winner of this race It's the second time this has happened in a few years, but I think that was the first time it ever happened with this format. I think the winner of this race is not one of the championship 4 drivers. Yes, it hasn't happened. And you know what, to make it more wild, I'm taking Logano in this race. So yeah, if Logano made it to the championship 4, he gets in, he wins. So this means the champion does not win. Briscoe one's high. I think it's going to be a battle between Briscoe, Hamlin, and Blaney. Sorry, Byron. It's just... I hate to say it as a Hendrick fan, but I don't feel like this is going to be Hendrick's year. Though the last 3 years, I did not think it would be Penske's year, and it was. So you never know. And I'm rooting for you, Hendrick, but I don't think this is the year. And I think Denny Hamlin is the best driver out of these 3. He's able to get it done. And I think it's going to be a battle between him and Blaney for the championship. And I think Denny Hamlin is finally going to be your Cup Series champion. Yes, it took me 16 minutes to predict these 4 races, but yeah, Denny Hamlin is driving right now like a Cup Series champion. There's a reason why he's winning so many races, especially in this next gen car. It's impressive, and I just feel that he's driving amazing right now, and he's been able to keep up consistency in the playoffs. We saw a little drought heading into the playoffs, but he's able to get that win already. I think if he can get a win in this next round of 8, I think it's a very high possibility that he could win the championship. But if Hamlin doesn't win, if Hamlin doesn't get it, let's take a look at this scenario. Briscoe wins Miami, and then we have Hamlin wins Martinsville. I think Larson could get it, and that could change up the whole thing. I do feel like with the momentum of Briscoe winning Miami, Briscoe may go on and win the championship. There's so much that could happen, but my prediction, I'm sticking with Denny Hamlin, but of course I'm rooting for Larson. I'd love to see Briscoe or Bell win it as well, or William Byron, but my prediction, and my least favorite driver, no offense, Hamlin, but you did spin Kyle Larson out at the Pocono race, which I went to, and I was all excited for Larson to win, and you ruined that, so kind of made me a hater for life, but at the same time, I'm still predicting you. I do think you're a good driver, and I think Denny Hamlin is gonna get it done. So I got Denny Hamlin coming in first in the championship. I think Blaney in second, Briscoe in third, Byron in fourth. But this off season, then it's gonna be a whole reroute for Hendrick, and I think Hendrick's gonna be a much better team going into next year. Those are my thoughts on the NASCAR last 4 races of the season. Comment who you think is gonna win the championship in the comments below. I'd like to see. I'll make sure to respond to all your comments, but I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hope your favorite NASCAR driver will be able to get it done. Peace.